Can you tell us a little bit about your appearance today here at Citibank and your role as an ambassador for the New York Mets?
Wow, that's a tall order right there, man. I think my role basically is to the greet Met fans, mainly to let them know that the Mets are still part of the community, and that the Mets have partnered with Citibank, and they have some great promotional things going on. Particularly, I think today is the last Citi Tuesday, which I do encourage everyone to go out and take advantage of discounts and stuff that is provided through this.
Right.
But it's an effort for the Mets to show that they do still, their fans come first, and they want to provide for them as best they possibly can.
With the new stadium in play, how can you compare the Citi Field to your home of Shea Stadium, where you first came up? As now you spent that time there as a coach and as a player.
It's interesting that you use the word home with me, because that what Shea was, and to me Shea was home. I mean, don't get me wrong. Citi Field is a beautiful ballpark. I think that it's fan friendly. I would love to play at Citi Field, but you can't replace Shea. And that was home for us. And as it was old, and yes, it needed repairs, but it was home, and we loved and enjoyed playing there. I don't think it can compare the two. Shea has its history, and Citi Field is in the process of making its own history, and I think it's going to take time.
Mookie, you get asked often about the '86 season, but not a lot of guys touch on the '88 season, where you guys were also pretty close. Yeah. What are your memories about that series against the Dodgers?
I think the '88 season was filled of disappointment. I think that's what we remember as players. It was a good season. It was a great season, but when you lose, when you think you have the team to win it all and don't, I think the memory of disappointment overrides everything else that you accomplished that year. And when I think about '88, that's the first thing that comes to my mind is what could happen, what should happen.
What were your feelings when you were traded from the Mets against like the team that you came up with, and find out that you were going to Toronto?
I was shocked. I think that most players think initially that they're going to remain with the team that initially start. And New York's my home. I enjoyed it, and the fans, I think, embraced me and welcomed me into the city and claimed me as a New Yorker, one of their own. And being traded, although I had yelled about it before about being traded, I think no one actually wants to be traded.
Right.
And when it was actually happened, I was actually shocked, because I didn't think that I would ever leave New York. But as the business goes, sometimes things happen.
When you were up in Toronto, did you see inklings of that World Series team developing while you were there?
Oh, no question. I thought that in '89, 90, 91, we should have won it. The team's a very good team. We had everything: pitching, power, speed, everything was in place, and we fell short. We lost to two great teams. We lost to Minnesota and the Oakland A's. Hey, right. There's no complaining about that. But yes, it was right around the corner. I wasn't part of a championship club, but I think I was part of the putting those players on the right track.
Do you have aspirations to get back into coaching? I know that you're still an instructor with the Mets, like in spring training.
I am a part-time instructor.
Right.
That's not my main role with the Mets. My official role is ambassador for the club. But yes, I do hope to get back into coaching at some point. I think that once baseball is in your blood, and you spend most of your life in baseball, it's very hard to just put it on the side and retire from it. I don't think I ever will, but yes, I hope to get back into coaching at some point.